episode 1 is finally here. Let's get straight into it. Let's quickly go through the roster. Who should we add? Koo Chang-mo, of course, is going to be in here. He is our ace, so we're going to move him up to the 1 spot. We may run a 6-man. I'm thinking maybe, because we do got some good pitching prospects here. So let's consider that. We got 2 foreigners, of course, Koo Chang-mo. Shin Min-hyuk and Kim Si-hoon are pretty good themselves. They're solid guys. I'm not opposed to moving either or to the bullpen, especially Shin Min-hyuk. So let's do that. Let's set his position as a relief pitcher. I think that would be a good start for us. And let's also do the same for Kim Si-hoon. And we're going to use the young guns. So let's move them both to relievers. We have 3 spots open. We could always go back to a 5-man, but let's bring in Kim Wi-gun. Let's bring in Shin Young-woo. And let's give Im Sung-yeon a run as well. So I like Shin Young-woo a tiny bit more. So we're going to move him up to the 4 slot. We're going to keep it pretty strict. Of course, Koo Chang-mo is our ace, so he'll get the nod to start. Logan Allen's a tiny bit more experienced in the majors, so we're going to put him at the 2 slot with Thompson. You know what? Let's move Thompson to the 2 because we're going to mix up the lefty-righties rather than having 2 lefties back-to-back. As let's check out the bullpen now. So we do have Kim Si-hoon and Shin Min-hyuk there. We need a new closer now. Personally, I like Roo Jin-hyuk. He had a 5.74 this past season, which isn't going to get it done. But I'm a lot higher on him than what the stats show. So we're gonna give him a real shot. Im Jung-ho is not going to be our setup man. He's going to be a left-handed specialist for us. So let's move him there. I think we're going to move Kim Si-hoon as our setup man. I do like him there. Let's move him to, you know what? Actually, yeah, I think that's fine. We're gonna put Shin Min-hyuk as our stopper. He's just gonna go in at any time of the game when he needs to just, close out high leverage situations. Won't be our 9th inning, won't be our 8th inning, but whenever there's a big moment, he's ready to come in. Sung Myung-hee is a former starter as well. Is he listed as a starter? He's listed as a reliever. We're going to keep him there. Lee Young-jun as well can start for us, but we're going to put him as a long man for us. He's already listed there. That's nice. Kim Jin-ho, not really too relevant in the DINOS picture at the moment. He had a decent 2023 with only 16 innings pitched. So I think we're going to not focus on him right now. How many people are we at right now? Let's currently count our roster if we can, because we only get 26 players. We have 28. So we have 2 to get rid of. Okay. Let's quickly check our batters for the moment. So we have 2 catchers, good. Davidson, Kim Woo-jip, Park Min-woo, Seo Cho, Kim Ji-won. Looking good. We don't need Kim Sung-wook if we have Park Si-won. So Kim Sung-wook is not a good bat. He's just pretty much got some alright speed. I don't see him really benefiting us too much. And then I don't really see much room for Chun Jae-hwan because we do want to have some guys in the bullpen for sure. So Chun Jae-hwan, who had a decent season this past season of real life, we're going to let him go to the minors. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the bullpen. That's pretty good. We're going to get rid of that for Im Jung-ho. Chae Sung-young, another lefty specialist for us. Nothing much more than that. I do like what we got going on here. We got 3 lefty specialists. Kim Young-kyu is a bit more than just a lefty specialist. He can get out righties too, but I do think we might. Let's just make him just a middle relief guy. Let's let him get some more use out of there because we have 2 lefty specialists already. We have a long reliever, a couple middle relievers. We have just about everything. Closer, stopper, setup, looking pretty good. Let's quickly check out what we got with the lineup. So, Park Min-woo, the second baseman, of course. Seo Cho does play third. I may prefer him at second base, though. So, what we can do is move him to second. Excuse me. Park Min-woo's there. So, you know what? Let's keep him there. And then let's slide in Kim Woo-jip. And we're going to move him to, should we put him at first base and DH Davidson? I'm kind of thinking that we're going to do that. Let's get Davidson off of his feet. Let him just focus on batting. Sono Sup is going to have to play some outfield for us. We're going to have a very old and slow outfield in order to get our best lineup in there. So Kwan Dong is going to just about have to play left. We're going to put Sono Sup in right field, which is going to move Park Hanu over to center field. Okay, but the lineup does look very good. We are a bit lefty heavy at the top with Park Min-woo and Sono Sup there. I think we're gonna let. Ooh, how should we do this? Because Park Min-woo has more speed, but Sono Sup is definitely a premier contact bat. I think we're gonna bat Sono Sup 1, Park Min-woo 2, which leaves us with Park Hanu 3, Davidson 4. Okay, we can have. I'm gonna slide up Kim Mi-jip a little bit higher. Let's bat him 5th because he was hitting some bombs in real life. So Cho bat 6th, Kwon Dong 7th, Park Se-ok, the catcher, 8th, and Kim Ji-won, the young stud shortstop prospect, will be batting 9th. I do like that a lot. And for now, we're just going to use the same lineup. Can we copy that over? Let's see. I don't know how to do that. So let's just do the same lineup, though. So we're going to bat Sono Sup lead off because they're pretty good. A lot of these guys are pretty good at, like, regardless, lefties, righties, they know how to get the job done. We're going to get Kim Mi-jip in here, and then we're going to do it like this. Let's actually get Park Se-ok out of here, and let's get Kim Young-jun, the young catcher, in there. Good slugger, good power hitter. We might, you know what? Let's actually bat him 6 now that we think about that. Let's get his bat in there a little bit higher. And then let's just copy this over. So we're going to play him in center. We're going to DH Davidson. Well, you know what? Let's play him in the field against lefties, which will allow us to slide some guys over. So should we get Minu off his feet? Let's get Minu off his feet a little bit. We're going to DH him against lefties. Sono Sup's going to go to right field. Kim Mi-jip is going to be playing third base. Good option to have a lot of versatility on our squad. And then let's just make sure everyone's sorted out with their positions on their thing here. So let's make him Park Hanu a center fielder, and he should be listed as right. All right, so that's pretty good. Let's quickly just save this up and let's get going. All right, let's quickly check out the depth chart situation. So of course, backup catcher will be Park Se-ok. I don't know why they're listed as utilities, but that's fine. Davidson will be the backup first baseman. Behind Park Min-woo, we're going to put Soho Cho there. Behind Soho Cho, we're going to put Kim Mi-jip. Behind the shortstop, let's also put Kim Mi-jip there too. Talented player. Kwon Dong, we're going to put Park Han-gyul, who's a very good young player who should get some play time, but we don't have much room for him, unfortunately. Behind Park Hanu, let's put Park Si-won, another young, good player. Behind Sono Sup in right, we could put Park Hanu. And then for, I guess, a backup DH, if you will, let's just get, let's get Sono Sup off his feet a little bit. I think that'll be a good round out for us. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty good. I mean, we don't really need much more than that. So that's pretty good. We can just set the same thing for the lefties, and let's get moving. All right, now that we got this finished, let's finish today's actions, and let's get simulated. All right, so I've currently withdrawn arbitration for some guys. Kim Jin-ho, Im Jong-ho, Choi Sung-young, the catcher, An Jong-yul, Woo Young-seo, Do Tae-hoon, Choi Jung-won at the bottom with Kim Sung-ok as well. We will not be giving them any arbitration. We will let them walk. I'll let them try to get their careers going somewhere else, as we will save on the salary cap and try to build elsewhere. With that being said, speaking of the salary cap, we're going to provide Lee Young-chan arbitration and hopefully try to maybe trade him potentially, or we could just let him walk, because I do see we get some free agent compensation for him. So I think we might just take the compensation and let him walk. But with that being said, with regards to pending free agents, if you check at the bottom, without compensation, as these are just the foreign players who Unfortunately, we're not going to have them all back because their price is a bit too high. In real life, the max is about 1 mil. Davidson asked for 9/3, which is too expensive. Thompson asked for about 2.5 as well, too expensive. Logan Allen, we did provide an extension. His is under 1 mil, 3 years, about $850 a year. So we're going to try to bring him back. But we're going to have to go for other foreigners or just go without foreigners. It is a little bit complicated to implement foreigners into this. We could just make up our own foreigners and bring them along. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, this is how we're going with arbitration. Let's see if we get any compensation back for players leaving. Free agency is about to start. So let's get into that. All right, breaking news. Logan Allen is officially here for the long haul. Of course, in real life, we can't quite give players 3-year deals and such, but for this case, for the game, of course, we have. I am not sure why his overall potential is at 3.5 rather than higher, but it is what it is. We're not going to really worry about that too much. The fans sound pretty happy. They are ecstatic that we have extended Logan Allen, so that is great for the fan base, of course. Now let's get closer to free agency. All right, here we go. What we've all been waiting for, free agency is officially here. So let's offer some contracts to some players. Let's take a brief look. Who's coming out in the future? Pretty good class, but let's focus on the now, of course. So we have a lot of foreigners on here, of course, that we could pick up a couple of them if we want, but we're going to focus on the domestic players first and foremost, as that's the main part of the series. I'm not sure if it's possible to implement like a 3 foreigner rule for other teams, so we'll keep that for ourselves, of course. I'm not sure if we can implement that for other teams though. But for the domestic players, we're looking at someone like a Kim Sung-soo, a good reliever. Oh Seung-hwan, another good reliever. A couple of options there. Whoops. I did see that Chae Jung is a free agent. Let's quickly go to third baseman. We could bring in a Chae Jung, but we don't need an infielder. We could do some pitching. We could save our money to re-sign our players in the future. I think mainly we need pitchers. Is there any starter that we'd want to pick up? Let's see. Chae Won-tae is a free agent. He would be a good pickup. Let's see what it would cost to bring in someone like a Chae Won-tae. All right, here we go. So this is Chae Won-tae's asking price. He wants a 6-year deal for about $4 million total. Now, in KBO terms, if you will, I think the salary cap is roughly $12 million, I think. So this is a decent chunk of that. If you were to say that you can get about 12 players for $1 million, then, but you still have a lot of other players that you're going to need to fill out your whole organization, $650K definitely is a chunk of money. As we were looking at arbitration, a lot of guys were making way under this. So this would cost a big chunk of money for sure. As we check out some foreigners, I saw one of the better end deals was Denny Reyes. His asking price is under $2 million a year. Of course, this is still over what real life foreigners are getting. And that doesn't count towards your budget, but in this game I believe it does. So that makes it a bit more confusing. But that's where I'm going to leave it here for you guys to decide. What are you guys thinking? Should we bring in Denny Reyes as another foreigner? Or would you like us to bring in Chae Won-tae? Of course we can negotiate a little bit on the years or the money, stuff like that. If he gets a second offer, he might ask for even more money than that. He does want a player option at his age 33 season in 2030. But I'll let you guys vote in the comments. What do you guys think? Would you like Chae Won-tae or would you like to bring in Denny Reyes? Those are two of the better and bargain buys, if you will. They're both expensive for their value, but out of all the options, they are the best values that there are. You guys can let me know in the comments down below. What offer do you think would be good for each of these two players, and which one would you like us to sign? Because we're only going to be able to bring in one pitcher, as we have to re-sign some of our guys in the future. We are currently running a 6-man, but we may shorten that. I think a 6-man is good. So we just need one more pitcher. So Who would you like us to bring in? Danny Reyes or Chaywan Tay? Both right-handed pitchers. Both good pitchers, of course. But I'll let you guys let me know in the comments below which one would you like, and we'll be back for episode 2 shortly. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe and see you next time.